In addition to oxygen, glucose is the most important need of the brain. Glucose is the primary fuel for neurons. Without glucose, the brain cannot work, since this sugar that is so abundant in nature is responsible for nourishing the electrical mini-command center present in each neuron. All starches and sugars from food are eventually converted to glucose during digestion. The human brain is the most complex object in the known universe, and, at the same time, the least understood. The brain is the control center for all bodily functions, not just movement. More importantly, it is the center of the mind and higher functions that are specific to humans. The human brain is so complex, so efficient in energy use, and so powerful, that evolutionist theories cannot explain its origin. If a simple neuron, the body of which measures less than a tenth of a millimeter, surprises us by its organization and intelligent design, how much more surprising is the brain, being made of millions of interconnected neurons which are capable of making decisions, thinking, loving and believing. Diet rich in fruits, nuts, vegetables, legumes, and optionally fish, prevents depression. Folic acid and its salts known as folates are vitamins that are essential for the nervous system. Bloodstream is associated with depression. A diet rich in folates contributes to the treatment of depression. Legumes and vegetables are the best sources of folates, followed by nuts. All of the complex chemical reactions happening inside of the brain require the presence of glucose. As shown on the table in the previous page, energy consumed by the human brain, the brain alone consumes 460 calories in 24 hours, a fifth of the 2,300 calories that the average adult consumes. All starches and sugars from food are eventually converted to glucose during digestion. However, glucose coming from healthy sources such as whole grains, tubers, or fruits that are high in fiber is not the same as when it comes from refined sweets or candy. But alcohol consumption causes neuron death, even in moderate doses. Each drink of alcohol causes irreversible damage in the brain, which is even worse in higher amounts. These days, alcohol consumption is one of the primary causes of neuron deterioration. Abstain from tobacco. The nicotine in tobacco causes vasoconstriction of the cerebral arteries, which limits blood flow to the brain and the oxygen. Neurons cannot store up glucose and therefore they must continually receive it from the blood. Not too much of the glucose, not too little. In order to function correctly, the brain requires that the blood flowing through it maintain a consistent glucose level between lower limits and upper limits. In lower limits, 80 mg of glucose for every 100 milliliters of blood. When the glucose level falls below this, the brain performance starts to decrease. In upper limits, around 180 mg per 100 milliliters. Complete health also includes psychological and spiritual well-being. In order to take good care of the brain, intellectual functions, feelings, and spirituality must be nurtured. Avoid stress. High doses of cortisol can damage the brain and other cognitive functions. Keep active intellectually. Calm environment with little noise. Avoid doing too many things at once. Set realistic goals. Control what enters through the senses. Take care of feelings. Trust and hope. Note: good brain oxygenation is an absolute must for memory preservation. The brain consumes quite a bit of oxygen. Deep breaths of fresh air, aerobic exercise, and a diet low in saturated fat and cholesterol improve the supply of oxygen to the brain.